Hey there, Shep. The tension really starting to build here in downtown Minneapolis. For the last 24 hours, things have been very quiet with the exception of law enforcement and National Guard troops. As we've mentioned many times, windows are boarded up. Things have pretty much stopped here in downtown Minneapolis. That has completely changed after it was found out that a verdict has been reached in this case. We've now seen dozens, hundreds of people begin to fill the streets. Many of these people just walking around. Everybody senses that an event that could change the entire world could be happening right here. I'm going to have my camera person, Marco, take a look down the street. There's just dozens of people. They're just walking around. People just want to get a sense of what's going on. Of course, there is the media here. This is one of the most thought about, talked about, watched events in the world at this very moment. Now, one thing that we want to mention is that yesterday there was a protest on the streets. People saying that they wanted to see justice. They were calling for justice and saying that if there is not a conviction in this case, they were actually very worried about what the outcome would be, about the social unrest, about the damage potentially to the city and in particular to their community. Right now, all of us, our eyes here on the courthouse. It's right here behind me. We know that Derek Chauvin is inside that courthouse. We also know the Floyd family is not very far away. We know they're staying in a hotel just a few blocks away from here. So both sides of this situation, just a couple yards, a couple blocks apart, the tension continues to build. We're seeing people drive down here. You did not see this yesterday. No cars in this area. One other thing that we want to talk about is the fact that there is potential for some social unrest, maybe not down here, but further away from here, about 3 miles away, in an area called George Floyd Square. That area has been called an autonomous area. We actually have not been over there. There are people in the community that just generally don't like a lot of outsiders there. That's one area to watch here in the Minneapolis area. There is so much thought, talk, consideration, concern about this verdict. We'll continue to watch, Shep, and we'll continue just to see what happens here in downtown Minneapolis and other parts of this community, a community that continues to reel not only from the death of George Floyd, but the recent police-involved shooting of Daunte Wright. Not that long ago, the death of Philando Castile at the hands of police. So this community, many people have said to me personally, they're just tired of it. They want to see justice in particular in this case. It just depends on what people think is justice. I'm sure there's some people in this town who may see a different side of the story, but many of the people down here in this downtown area, they say they expect to see a conviction and they are very concerned about what happens if there is not one. Shep, back to you.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.